Live. Let's just hit go live. Everybody, it's me and Randall. Nobody calls you Randy, do you? You don't look like a Randy.
It's funny. I never, I'm the same way. I don't think it, but it's something my parents always called me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had like friends and coworkers that are like they wanted to call me Randy, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just, yeah. I can see how that happens. There's no way to correct people at work without sounding like an asshole. Right? I mean,
well, I
yeah.
mean, I'm laid back. Like it
Go
doesn't bother
ahead,
me.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they didn't, I've had friends who could never remember my name and would call me Russell.
That's
And
that's weird. Like
yeah,
how
yeah.
good a friend are you if you can't remember bro's name?
Right, right. Well, I mean, his nickname was B Dog, uh, and he just it became a running joke. He like would always forget my name, but he'd be like Russell, and it's like I know what you're trying to say. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. So it's like, and so like all the other guys as like sort of like an inside joke. They're like Russell.
Maybe this is a crazy Matrix glitch.
Yeah.
Like, check this out. So we had this emergency, had to buy a new car thing, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
so it worked out. It's cool, and I love it. We got a hybrid CRV, Honda CRV. So this is like our third CRV in like 20 years.
Okay.
Apparently, we have good brand loyalty. But the hybrid bit, thanks to a friend of the show, Rick Austin, who 2 years ago when we got our Chevy Bolt, all electric, he was like, the hybrid really works in LA
Yeah.
because the electric works for the, street driving and the gas works if you have to get out of town.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so I told Mimi that, and I was like, doesn't CRV have a hybrid? And she goes, yeah. And that was like our quickest purchase ever. Like,
Nice.
buying a car is a big deal, man. And
I
and
mean,
we
I
did
think of
this
it
whole.
more of a hassle.
Well, yeah, I mean, in all the different ways you can say big deal, right?
Yeah.
It's it's a pain in the ass. Like even if everything goes correctly, it takes hours, you know.
Oh
And
yeah.
this was pretty painless. But I got to tell you, I don't know if this sticks yet. When you name your car, you go through. It's kind of like a cat, right? You eventually find the name for your pet. I don't know. We get rescues, so they
Yeah.
always come with a government name, right? So for us, it's like, no, Lindsay, you are dizzy. You know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
Andromeda, you are mushy. You know. So so we had this thing going. The last, my blue CRV with a Kraken on the side, which, believe me, when we came home, I said to Mimi, you have to get that final vinyl Kraken thing and put it on this new car, or I'm not going to fucking drive it. I'm like, and she laughed, but she knew that funny, not funny. But anyway, so the old Kraken was called the Colonel. Do you remember that? Like Walker named him uh, Colonel Nautilus Schlong. But we just called him for a while. He just called him Colonel Schlong, and then that was funny when he was 13. But it just kind of changed into the Colonel, and
Yeah.
even Mimi called him the Colonel, which was really funny. So when she got her electric car, she's like, "Oh, what's the name?" And I'm like, "I'll tell you the name right now. You're not gonna like it because it's the perfect name and it's gonna stick, and you had nothing to say about it." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, obviously your new car gets pride of place in the driveway instead of parking on the street like a hobo, like the Colonel. So that means you get outranked. So your car is the General because it's electric. His real name is General Electric." And she just went, "Fuck you. That's the name."
GE.
So we have the Colonel and the General, but now like there's a new, it's the same thing, it's a blue Honda CRV, but it's a new one, right?
Yeah.
2025 hybrid. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm making her lunch and I'm going, what are we gonna call that fucking car? Because it looks like Jetson's Colonel. It's a little sleeker, it looks like a Colonel. The blue's a little poppier. And I'm like, all right, well, who's the new Colonel in something in pop culture? I'm like, oh, There's MASH. There's the Colonel Potter's like the new Colonel Blake, but no one's gonna fucking get that. And I'm like, but it made me think about MASH and how BJ Honeycutt was the new Trapper John, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna start calling that card BJ, and it's gonna stick. And I tell Mimi the whole story. And she's a giant MASH fan to the point to one Mother's Day, I got her the MASH sign, like
Oh, nice.
like at Toledo and Decatur and all that for our backyard, like full on. She's like, you are not fucking calling that card BJ. I won't have it. And I'm like, but you get it. And she goes, yes, I'm kind of sad, but it's just, can't go, where's BJ in a grocery store parking lot? It's just not going to work, man. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then she goes, well, what about Honeycutt? And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if that's going to stick, but that's what I'm calling my car now. It's Honeycutt.
Nice.
So anyway.
I shamelessly have never named a car.
Yeah, I didn't at first when I was younger, but like after a while, if you go on enough adventures, they start taking on a personality. And then once you think it's a personality, even if it's, the driver's anthropomorphizing it, it's real to you, right?
Yeah.
We had the CRV before the Colonel was Raspberry Charlotte. That was her full name. But we just used to call her Barry because she wasn't, she didn't rock her government name. She was an adventure cat.
Yeah.
And she was definitely a girl car. It was really weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's because she was always ready for stuff. In the back, it had a fold-out poker table. Like the trunk was just a table you could actually pull out, and like you were always ready to tailgate at a moment's notice.
Nice.
So anyway, whatever. That little trip down memory lane makes me think of the artistic van thing that Fletch set up to take his stolen paintings out.
Genius.
And Greg Mulatto, whatever fucking his name is, I should know.
Yeah.
Because that guy did a great job of writing and directing Confess Fletch. Take it away, man. What'd you think? You've seen the old Fletch where he wears the alien hat at the end, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
This is actually screen used Fletch hat.
That's awesome,
Kinda.
man. Yeah. No, the thing about Fletch is like, like you go back to the Chevy Chase film, and the films and so like you just picture like that's who Fletch is, And so when you see me personally, I liked John Hamm. John Hamm's great. In fact, this is one of my favorite John Hamm roles, via television, film, you name it. And I think it's so good, but like the real star of this movie is the writing. It kind of made me think of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, like how there's just like
right on.
sprinkled some like really good lines and good scenes and interactions between characters. So you got your slow-mo Monroe, like he's such a great character too. And Roy Wood Jr. doesn't do a lot of acting, but man, he nailed that. I think he went all out for that role. And with his, because I think there's a very thin line with comedy and drama. So that's why sometimes I think comedians can do drama pretty well. And so his comedic timing, his like delivery.
Oh yeah, he was excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
was going to say I was really impressed with Grizz.
Okay. Let's not get off of Roy Wood for a minute because I agree. Grizz is amazing.
Yeah.
She actually is the star of the show, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But man, just everything. But yeah. So Roy Wood, though, man. So I read all the books. I love Fletch. I love the Chevy Chase movie. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
To the point where the inspector that's after Fletch in a few books is this Irish cop named Flynn, and he has his own set of books. They spin-off books because he's so cool, and it's just Boston police stuff instead of investigative reporting. Yeah. So Gregory McDonald's amazing. I think there's 3 of them, but because it's a separate thing, I know the estate or somebody else has rights for it because I found this out after watching this movie. Not sort of at the time. We live in the future now, so I was able to. Oh, I had a thought. Let's Google it while the movie's playing, right?
Yeah.
I know there's Marcia Gay Harden walking through the bathroom in her negligee. I don't really have to watch that, so I look up, and it always stuck in my head that the second Fletch movie, I don't even remember what it's called. The second one that Chevy Chase did with Julianne
Yeah.
Phillips. What is that called?
Fletch Lives.
Fletch Lives. So it's not based on any of the books.
Yeah.
And that was one of the disappointments to me as a Fletch fan. I think I even talked about this last time.
Yeah.
That Fletch has karaoke Fletch right after. And I found out why they didn't do that. I just assumed they didn't want to pay Gregory McDonald. But you know
Yeah.
what happened?
No.
When they sold Fletch, Miramax bought the rights to all the other books. So
Oh.
so the first one I think was Warner Brothers. I kind of don't remember, but I have a feeling like I saw the Warner Brothers logo in front of it the 9,000 times I've seen that movie. But so that was kind of why Kevin Smith was associated with it, because he had the era of, Weinstein and Miramax.
Yeah.
And but they couldn't get anything going because Harvey Weinstein, which in addition to being a sex criminal and tanking Mira Sorvino's career for no reason,
Yeah.
he said that Jason Lee was not famous enough to be Fletch in a
Yeah.
theatrical film. I'm like, dude was in a network television show. I mean, what do you want, right?
It kind of made me wonder, like, who he thought should be Fletch.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't care because he's a dickhead for
Yeah, man.
all those reasons. But the cool thing is, that's how they got to do Confess Fletch. And Greg, I should really look up this guy's last name. It's something like Metallo.
Yeah.
Martello. I feel bad. I should look that up. But he actually did a screenplay for the next one, Fletch's Fortune. And
Okay.
then Miramax is like, we don't care. It didn't really do a lot of money. Yeah, because you made it during the fucking pandemic, you dickheads. Like, I think they should just do John Hamm Fletch movies forever, because he is perfect for the book.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
he's just perfect.
now that you mention, there's several books, right? I mean, they should just, I'm sorry, they should make it a TV series.
That was the other one. Bill Lawrence and Zach Braff were associated with it for a TV series.
Oh, that would have been good.
I said the same thing, and Mimi was like, Zach Braff as Fletch, no thank you. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I get you.
Yeah.
But let me just fix this instantly for you. I will remind you that Bill Lawrence is not just Scrubs, but Ted Lasso and Shrinking, which everyone in our house thinks, even the current college students think, is the best television show presently going. And that's only because Murderbot season 2 hasn't come out yet.
Bill Lawrence, Jason Sudeikis, Fletch. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, Sudeikis actually was around it after Zach Braff left. So they were thinking the same thing, man. And I get why Sudeikis is too smooth.
Yeah.
Fletch is an idiot, like he says 15 times in this movie.
Oh, but Sudeikis has played idiots before.
I know, but he's too smooth about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's like a Indiana Jones idiot, right?
But
just always makes the wrong choices, but he still ends up smelling great by the end of the movie.
I feel like John Hamm's the same way too.
Dude, I don't know if you've seen a little movie called Baby Driver or a show called Mad Men, but that guy takes his lumps like anybody.
Yeah, but he's a good-looking guy. He's pretty smooth himself.
Yeah, but he's not smooth though. He can turn on the smooth, but that guy, it's like Henry Cavill. He's got a Warhammer 4000 collection. Like John Hamm, you look at John Hamm and it's like, yeah, I don't want to see your workshop, John. I'm not going down in your basement.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the last thing I saw him in was Friends and Neighbors, that Apple show I keep telling you about.
Yeah.
Dude, he is just an evil dick in that show.
Yeah.
And thinks he's right the whole time, and the audience is on his side. So I
yeah.
totally get what you're saying, but that right there makes him not smooth to me, right?
Right.
A guy can convincingly play a criminal that's getting away with it. I think smooth is like Sade, and 1977 Warren Beatty, and just Martini and Rossi on the rocks. Say
Yeah.
yes. Anyway, I don't know. There's a couple people. Oh, here we go. Philbo's here. Mad Men 2. More men, more matter. I have it on good authority that Walker Young might be listening right now from school.
Cool.
It's his buddy Oliver's birthday, so they're going to be doing cool shit. Happy birthday, Oliver! And hopefully, I don't know if you read my Facebook, that story about how they finagled their way into like getting the Duffer Brothers autographs.
Yeah, dude, that was epic, man.
So I had the idea. I was chatting with him on text today. I was like, hey man, we should do a DORK COURT interviewing you and his buddies, Jamie Keegan, Jack was there. There's like two other guys. I think Elijah maybe is there, and Oliver. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep track from far away, but like I pay attention to what my kids are doing.
It could be the DORK COURT fraternity.
But I was like, yeah, no, not like that. I just think I want those guys telling that story in a place they can send the link to their parents.
Yeah.
Because that story is fucking badass, man. I just told it real fast for Facebook, and it's not my story, but I got really excited to like go, hey, you guys like didn't wait to make a mark on your college. Like,
oh, dude, they
anyway.
what's it? They hit the ground running.
Yeah.
That's
that
again, cool. That's just epic right there. I think the tough thing to do, I think, will be to keep doing that progressively the next 4 years.
Oh yeah, I mean those guys are shenanigans. The last thing I heard, they had some for one of their 3 of them work together in this one class, and between the 3 of them, they had an assignment for 20 short film scripts.
Yeah.
And they wrote 7 together over the weekend.
Nice.
And I'm like, all right, that's awesome.
Lightning in the bottle, man. When you're teamed up with guys, it's reminiscent, I think, in my opinion, like the way you just mentioned it. Like it just makes me think like this is what people do when they're on SNL, right? When they're trying to write skits,
Yeah.
They are just spitballing. They're sitting there, they're jamming. They're like, hey, I got an idea. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Hey, add this. Hey, add that. And then before you know it, bam, they got a bunch already written down. So that's awesome, man. I keep that enthusiasm and that momentum going.
Yeah, right on. He's making the most of it. So's his buddies. It's cool. So yeah, old Phil says Don Draper's journey to smooth is essentially the story of Mad Men. Deeply flawed individual becomes the guy in the room.
Yeah,
I agree.
I got to watch Mad Men one of these days.
That's very well put. Oh, dude, I don't want to do that to you because it's a commitment.
Yeah.
But like the second you start it, you're like your family won't talk to you anymore. You're just gonna be like, I can't go to work. I have what is it? 4 more seasons to go. And then you just
I'll start watching episodes
with
like a scotch or some of that. I'm just sitting there drinking, like watching Mad Men,
It's just it's a really good show.
Oh yeah, dude, that was AMC in the beginning, right? That was their hit show, their big show. I remember hearing stories how they wanted to increase the budget and the funding for Walking Dead, but they couldn't because there was a commitment for that money to go to Mad Men. And because Mad Men, I believe, was AMC's tentpole at the time. And then once Mad Men ended, Walking Dead, started getting all the money and budget and building up. That's what I remember hearing.
Cool. Yeah. What did you think of Confess Fletch, though?
Dude, I love it. I was gonna say, man, like I finished it literally like 30 minutes before, we started this video.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I timed it just right, and I think of all of the films that I've seen, for this show now, this is the one I'm like, I already feel like rewatching it next week.
Oh, that's cool. I really enjoyed it at that level too. It really rewards because there's so much going on and there's so much cool verbal wordplay. And there's a lot of like, is that as funny as I think it is? Like, did they just say that? And especially like your point about Roy Wood's comedic timing.
Yeah,
Scene where he's got his baby and Fletch is just giving him the Fletch stuff.
he's just teasing him.
I just was like, that is just pure Fletch.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, no,
I really enjoyed that movie because I didn't think anybody could do it justice. And I was afraid of somebody like Ryan Reynolds getting a hold of it, or which it sounds great on paper, and I'm actually a giant fan of Ryan Reynolds, but he would be more Ryan Reynolds than Fletch in something like that.
oh, for sure.
And
I mean,
God bless him. I mean, that's why you hire him, right? Go
yeah,
be Ryan Reynolds at this event. But that's why he doesn't need to be Fletch.
right,
But
right,
Fletch is already a character that people have opinions about, and
yeah,
I would never have cast John Hamm in a million years. And then I watched that movie, and I'm like, I can't think of anybody else. He just totally gets it.
oh yeah,
As long as you think he's old Fletch, right?
yeah,
He's like he's just falling into stuff. He's got all his skills already. Because there's a couple of books. There's one called Fletch 1, but it's spelled WON, and Fletch 2, which is TOO. That they're both about Fletch's legitimate son, who's also like kind of a detective, and it was a way to like kind of. I think Gregory McDonald was like, "Yeah, if everybody likes Chevy Chase, but he's not going to come back to one, but we could get him to have a cameo if we're doing like Son of Fletch, right?"
yeah, yeah,
And so they did 2 books that were really good. I really liked them, but I can see why it didn't. Gregory McDonald's is an entertaining writer. That's all that is.
yeah.
But I could see why they wouldn't be movies. If the
So,
first,
so if you had to config, oh, sorry.
I was just seeing this thing Philbo says, if the first Fletch film was made 10 years earlier in the 70s, who would I cast as Fletch in the 70s? That's a fucking great question. This is my first thought. You should always go with your first guess. It's gonna be really weird, but I'm gonna go with Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, okay.
I think young Richard Dreyfuss could really pull off that like sort of, it wouldn't be physical comedy like Chevy Chase spilling coffee and shit like that.
Yeah.
William, I can sag. William Shatner. That'd be awesome. Alan Stanwyck.
I'm trying to yeah, I'm trying to picture like actors in the 70s.
Maybe it's just me, but when I think cool ass smooth guys with a quip and stuff with the ladies, it's all about Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
I think Heaven Can Wait era Warren Beatty, if you gave him a more military haircut and not that fucking 70s shag.
Do you think Paul Newman?
Newman could do it, but here we go. Elliot Gould.
Yeah. Nope,
Elliot
nailed it
Gould.
right there. Elliot Gould. Yep.
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 You know what? We should probably start handing out, metal quadloos, but too bad that wasn't a Star Trek thing and it was a perfect Fletch thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what we could send you, but that's it. Next question. I enjoyed how like Fletch, the first Fletch from '85, is very quotable.
Yeah.
And I've only seen Confess Fletch like 3 times, but now that the young man's in college, I definitely will be watching this again. Like you said, it's just like it's a comfortable movie, right?
Yeah.
Like you can drop into it anywhere and go, oh yeah, this part. And even if you're not following the narrative, like the writing is so good, it's so quippy and so perfectly literary, Fletch.
Yeah.
That I'm like, man, it's gonna suck if they don't do another one.
It's like all these side characters. It's basically I'm trying to think of the best analogy. It's like volleyball, right? It's like they're all these side characters are saying this stuff, and it's like they're setting it up, and then it's just John Hamm basically spiking it, like, okay, I got this, and then he would just say
the
something.
whole murder mystery trope, right? That like you go follow the bouncing ball all through who did it, the who done it aspect of it, right?
Oh yeah.
But
It was obvious who it was, but I like to think outside the box. So I was like, nah, it can't be him. And then it was him. And then I was like, okay.
when we were talking about Roy Wood, that was the other thing I was going to say, that he that Flynn character, the Irish cop, that's who would have been if they had rights to Flynn. But so they went the other way and just made him like an African American dad. I thought that was fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
That was still a like Fletch choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that the whole thing was just, a crazy rich guy who wanted to test his family and didn't even care about the paintings and just gave them to Fletch to deal with it. And then he just like spread them around to his buddies.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time I saw it, and it's going to the credits. I just sat there going, "Oh yeah, it was a pretty entertaining film. They did a good job. Nice work, everybody." What the fuck? Who's going to be paying just his editor Frank? I was like, you just gave him a $35 million painting. Like,
You threw it in the trash.
no, but he's not. He's kind of fucking with Fletch, and Fletch was like fucking with him back. Maybe you ought to go get that appraised.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, how does he pay the taxes on that? Because like you can't keep it quiet that you have, you know, this stolen painting.
Third party sources. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure he had third party, and he just gets cash.
No, just hang it up and say it's a replica, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I've done with all of my comic book art. That's all just reproductions.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forget the actress's name who plays his love interest, not the mom love interest, the daughter.
Yeah. No, she was good. She actually kind of reminded me of the actress Ana de Armas.
That's all I was gonna say. I can't remember her name because I'm like, oh, that's the Italian girl that looks like Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing to be in Hollywood right now, right?
No.
I mean,
especially
I wish,
Anna's career is.
I wish
big.
I was the Italian Ana de Armas.
I just
that
wish I had
creepier than it is. What I mean is, like being, Scott Bakula. Not everybody can be Harrison Ford, right? So
yeah.
Anyway, that's what I meant by that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It sounds kind of like damning with faint praise, and boy, did I not mean that. She was great in that movie.
She was great.
Yeah, but I love John Slattery as Frank, and that just for story's convenience, he got kicked out of LA because of Fletch.
Yeah,
but he took Larry with him. So of course my name is Larry. So I love that his secretary is named Larry, but like she's just a secretary at a newspaper, man. Like she's maybe an assistant editor.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. But anyway, she was played by Gina Davis in the Chevy
that's
Chase
right. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen the Chevy Chase Fletch movie.
He has this line where Chevy Chase is walking by her and he just goes, "Love your body, Larry." Oh no, it's on the phone when he's talking to Jim Swarthout, the real estate thing, and when he says goodbye, he goes, "Love your body, Larry." And literally every one of my friends in college would just walk by me and say that because everybody loved Fletch in 1985.
That's awesome.
Harrison Ford as 70s Fletch. I get what you're saying. I don't know if he's funny in the 70s. Ford doesn't really get funny until the 90s.
Yeah, there was only one movie he attempted humor in, and I think it was the Gene.
Only one movie in which Harrison Ford attempted humor. You need a red velvet jacket if you're going to say shit like that.
It was the Frisco Kid.
Oh yeah, with Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell you Force 10 from Navarone was pretty good comedy too.
Okay.
Slatter? No, I'm kidding. It's a war movie. Slattery is hilarious, and Mammon, I agree. He's actually my favorite character. Yeah, he is. He's my favorite character. Working Girl.
Right?
Working Girl, is that a comedy though? And is he really being funny? Because all he's just playing the girlfriend in that movie. I just love that. It's like,
I haven't seen
no,
the.
Melanie Griffith is the boy and Harrison Ford is the girl.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that archetypically for the screenplay, right? It's it's an office romance comedy, I guess. Comedy, okay, but
I haven't seen it.
I don't know if that's the 70s. That's pretty 80s. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, Working Girl is definitely 80s.
We're not gonna split those hairs. Anyway, anything else? John Slattery crushed it. Um, Roy Wood Jr. He was great. Oh, we didn't talk about Grizz. Talk about Grizz. I,
Yeah,
I I forget her name. She has this weird name like Aiden something Morale or something. She's a great comedian and writer. And man, she just crushed that. She crushed it.
yeah, yeah. Her back and forth with Fletch. I mean, honestly, I feel like there's chemistry there between the two of them to the point where it's like maybe they could date, you know. And I was
Oh,
kind of rooting for them two to get together.
go read a book. Read a Fletch book. That never happens.
I know.
Everybody's charmed by Fletch, but it's very clear that it's like, too much sugar. Like a little Fletch goes a long way.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, honestly, watching this again just made me want to read some more Fletch books.
It actually got me thinking maybe I should read a Fletch book.
You should read Fletch and the Man Who is pretty good. Fletch starts covering a presidential candidate, and lots of murder happens in the White House. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It has one of the best Fletch lines ever. Like the G-men knock on his door and go, CIA, Mr. Fletcher. And he's in his hotel room and he goes, CIA? How do you spell that? And I was just like, that's that kind of fucking clever wordplay.
Yeah.
It was all over this movie, and they just did great.
One of my favorite.
Oh, look at this. We got a little Force 10 Navarro going on because I was being funny. Great cast, not so great film, correct, but Force 10 is a movie. Harrison Ford's in it. I believe the guys in the comments will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was just like Corvette Summer was Mark Hamill's first movie after Star Wars hit.
Yeah.
I believe Force 10 was Harrison Ford's first movie.
Oh, you know what? We were talking 70s. Christopher Reeve. Could he have made a good Fletch?
Or Fletch? Nah.
No?
Nah. He wouldn't. I don't think Christopher Reeve would have taken that part because it's just an investigative reporter like Clark Kent.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. No, it would have to, like if you had said Billy Crystal, I would have been like, all right. I see where you're going, but not Christopher Reeve.
Oh, wait a minute. Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That would have actually even been funny considering, the Bill Murray Chevy Chase thing.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a good one. I just saw some hilarious press with Bill Murray that Randy Chang from Daily Show.
Yeah.
Was
Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie was interviewing him, and he was like, "I just want to tell you that we're at this thing, and we were out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, and doing something, and they told us that I could get home to New York, but I had to go on Bill Murray's plane, a jet." And I was like, "What?" And he's saying this to Bill Murray, and Bill Murray's kind of smiling because he remembers the story, and he goes, "Oh yeah," and he was like, "Look, he was like completely abject and like, I wasn't worthy about this," but he was like, "Is Bill Murray cool if I fly back?" And like the whole time you were just so gracious and nice, and you were trying to get me there so I didn't have to hit traffic in New York so I could get to the hotel on time. And I was like, I felt like I was living one of those Bill Murray things where you just show up and like take pictures at somebody's wedding, except you were just flying me to New York. Bill Murray just turns to the audience and he goes, "And that goes for all of you too." And it's that kind of like quick, Fletch-esque humor of just being funny in the moment. I
Oh yeah.
fucking love it, man. I love it.
Oh, I mean,
That's a
just
trick that people do, and it's so cool to see people do that real life, get cast as characters who do that perfectly for movies. You
yeah.
know
I
what I mean?
mean, you could see. I mean, you could see in Ghostbusters his like, you know, the way he would just react. Like one of my favorite lines in Ghostbusters, like they're you see Ray talking about the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, Dickless here almost did this and did that," and he's like, "Is this true?" And Bill Murray just right away, he's like, "Yes, it's true. This man has no dick." Like, it's like, yeah, he'd be. I think he'd be great as Fletch.
All right, fair enough. I'm like, I can't believe it. So first, Sagasag wants to say the holiday special is the first thing Harrison Ford did. Yeah, except that was a TV thing.
Yeah.
We're talking theatrical films. And so Hanover Street, that's the one that I was thinking of.
Okay.
Hanover Street with Leslie Ann Warren instead of Force 10 from Navarone with everybody else. Apocalypse Now was filmed well before the release. Yeah.
I still haven't seen Apocalypse Now.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like a failure of your parents.
I agree 100%.
Do you want to watch Apocalypse Now? It's going to be homework, man. It's a pretty intense movie. It's very long.
Okay.
There's a lot going on, and man, if you get into, you're gonna want to watch Into Hearts of Darkness. After that, it's the documentary that Coppola's wife made, cobbled together.
I just hope when I'm watching it, I'm not constantly thinking of Tropic Thunder.
You must leave these guys in the shit. Man, I love Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Mimi and I were watching some French movie starring Steve Coogan that was really charming and very European.
Yeah.
And all I could think of is that guy's head blowing up in Tropic Thunder. Because he'd swing his hair around and he'd be like, "Let's go make the biggest war movie ever."
I always remembered him from Night at the Museum, because him and Owen Wilson, the back and forth between those two guys in those movies are great.
Yeah, of course.
And I think there's one other Steve Coogan film. Like he's a peculiar, odd comedian, but like his quirkiness is what really works for him, and I really like it.
Yeah, man, he's great in the stuff he chooses. He's excellent. My father-in-law loves he does this bit with another comedian. It's some kind of travel movie, but they're like sitting in a cafe somewhere and they're talking about Michael Caine impressions, and they have this warring Michael Caine thing that is just killer.
Yes, I've seen that clip. It's so good. It's so good because like one of them is doing young Michael Caine and the other one's doing old Michael Caine.
His voice goes up when he's really mad, you know that. And they're like, "Yeah, you guys are doing two different Michael Caines. Of course, you're both right. Calm down. This is great."
Oh, it's like dueling banjos, but with Michael Caine.
I do love the first one of them starts off the first bit about how to do it real fast, because there's funny things with, if you do impressions, there's funny little jokes and ticks that like trigger the whole voice.
Yeah.
And so when he does this, he says, "Just say the words my cocaine."
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, my mom could have done it, you know?
Yeah.
My cocaine. Hi, I'm my cocaine. It's like, oh, okay. I get it. It's
and then,
Judy, but nobody knows who Cary Grant is anymore.
There's that. I've been watching clips of Jay Moore doing his Al Pacino impression.
Oh, cool.
And
he's a pretty good impressionist. I like him.
Yeah. Dude, man, he's very underrated. He's very underrated. I think he's better as himself than he is trying to like act and perform.
I don't know. His Christopher Walken is pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's great with
Not
it.
Not mine, but his.
Yeah. One of my favorite impersonations of Christopher Walken was from the Foo Fighters. When Dave Grohl was telling a story, he knew of Christopher Walken. So like when he was getting ready to perform on SNL, Christopher Walken was like, when I say your name, like, how do I emphasize on it? Is it, do I emphasize Foo or do I emphasize fighters? And so he's like, fighters. So he's like,
I can see this coming.
yeah,
Foo Fighters,
yeah,
right?
Foo Fighters.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. There's all these great stories, and then like one of my favorites also are the Chris Farley stories. So Jay Moore is talking about Chris Farley, and he says it's him and David Tell, and he's like they almost um gosh, what is it, like not psychic, but well, maybe it is psychically, but anyways, they were like both said the same thing at the same time to Farley, and they were like, we'll give you cash, we'll pay you money if you shit out the window of the 30 Rock building. And
Oh my God.
and then the way he impersonated Chris Farley, he's like, give me the money first, And so
Yeah.
they both gave him like $100 cash, and he has the cash in his pocket. They said that the window was pulled up, the pants were down. They said Farley's going purple, because he's trying to
Can you imagine? That's just what, hey honey, what happened at work today?
yeah,
Yeah, we paid Farley $200 to take a shit out the 30 Rock window.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all these
I
great
just got to
stories. I
make
love
sure I eat my bran. That's my excitement for today.
it.
Anyway. All right. Anything else from Confess Fletch?
Let me think. I definitely want to check out the soundtrack.
I thought the music was great. It really sets the tone.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's peppy little like 1950s like tiki music from Italy. Like,
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of a Fletch thing.
Yeah.
A lot of influences going on, but it's fun and it sets the tone. I don't know about that thing with his feet. His bare feet was kind of weird, but like
Yeah.
they were just trying to give him a little quirkiness that I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of works if he's old Fletch. He just doesn't give a shit anymore, you
Right.
know. But and
And
then
then
Grizz, yeah, Grizz was great.
yeah, dude, she's great. She's adorable. Like I said, like the way she worked off of like Roy Wood, and then the way she would work off
Yeah.
of John Hamm, it's like, she shined the brightest, I think, out of everybody. She like really stood out. And I think that's important. I think if you're doing movies and you're a character actor, like, your job is to, do a good job. Like, you're not supposed to be better than the other person, but if it ends up that way, it's just because you're just really good at what you do.
I think that she could hang in a scene with John Hamm, so I don't think she was thinking about it. I gotta like act better than this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
I think people know, like, when you're making movies and TV or literally anything, man, when you go to work, everybody you're the cog for that particular machine, right?
yeah.
And so, like, I don't think she went to work each day going, "Oh, I'm gonna outshine everybody else." She's
No,
like, "No,
I-
what do I do to help tell this story?" Right?
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I think it's, well, I mean, but you know what? Maybe it's the director, right? Maybe it's the way he had the scene set up, featuring her, like maybe that's one of the biggest reasons why she stood out as well.
Well, I don't know that guy, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. So
I've heard his,
why would you say something like that? Well, it was the director's fault. I'm like, take that shit to the fucking Facebook, man. We're we're talking about real movies and our enjoyment as people in the seats.
yeah. Speaking of which, I'm sure you
I don't know. I
saw.
didn't mean that to sound so sharp,
No, it's
but
okay.
it's like, yeah, Anyway, go ahead.
I got my second chance to go see 1989 Batman.
I meant to ask you about that. How was it?
Oh man, to watch it like in this big theater, right? It's capacity seats, like 206 seats, right? Wasn't a lot of people in there, which I'm personally okay with, just because it's like I, didn't have to worry about distractions, noise. I could just focus on the movie. Sound system was amazing. Like there was a couple times, and it was like not even like big scenes or important scenes, but something would happen, and like the sound would hit so strong
Huh.
that it caught me off guard, and I was like, ooh. Like that was nice. I like that, you know. And the end, you know, when they're on the cathedral and Batman's like walking, he's looking for the Joker, and you could just hear Jack Nicholson's voice, the echo throughout the building, and the way it sounded, watching it in the theater. I was just like, oh, that was beautiful.
Cool.
It made me feel like I was in the cathedral, like, you know, like where's Jack Nicholson at? You know, like I can hear him, you know, but no, man, it's a lifelong dream. You know, when I was a kid, I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I so badly wanted to see it. But my dad was not very big on going to the movie theater, and I'm sure it's mainly because he worked a lot. So I never got to see it in theaters. He got me the VHS tape, which I watched probably over 100 times. You know, but like it's just one of those things. Like I I never forgot. I never forgot. Like, you know, that movie was so good. I loved it so much that, you know, from when I was 5 or 6 years old till now, I was like, that's one of the things I would have loved to have done as a kid, you know? And so I got to finally, you know, experience that movie theater. And so now I'm not depressed or bummed anymore for missing the first time.
Scratch that off.
Yeah, no,
That
I'm
personality defining disappointment of decades is now gone.
yeah.
You
Well,
can just move
I
on.
mean, you know about the story about how I missed it, right?
The first time, like just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, tell it again for the kids, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's why didn't I say I was like, just go to the next one? You're like, no, there isn't the next one. And
Yeah, there wasn't. And
then I
then this
was so
popped up.
happy when they did another one because you were like, hey, have another chance, and I was like, oh, hey, right on, man.
It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
See, like you had this, you know, life defining thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. Saw Batman in the theater, right? Oh yeah, I probably did too. The summer it came out about 20 times, but
Yeah, nice.
I was older.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah, like so is Phil. We're roughly the same age. I skipped work with coworkers to see Batman first showing in the afternoon in 1989, and then later midnight showing that weekend. Yeah, that's kind of. I was in that habit too. And then when I had my kid, we would do shit like that. I would go to the Marvel movies first to see if it was cool, and then so you know they'd get 4 tickets out of us over a weekend.
yeah.
The thing about Batman in 1989, though, I will tell everyone that you're gonna have to go a long ways to beat my story. That I fucking bought an actual ticket to go see the Kevin Kline movie January Man, which I have no memory of seeing because I didn't. I bought a ticket to see the fucking Batman trailer. Because all my
Yeah.
friends were like, "Oh my god, man, the Batman trailer was playing before this fucking nonsense movie," and I was like, "All right, I gotta see it." So I go in there and I watch the trailer and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's the best fucking thing ever. And then the movie started. I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit. I want to go enjoy this Batman feeling. And so yeah. So the girl I was with and one of my roommates, we were all like, you just want to fucking go and like talk about how cool that Batman thing was. That's what we did.
Nice. I remember hearing stories like lots of people
I mean,
did
think
that.
about it. Like now, you just watch it on YouTube as much as you wanted, right?
Yeah.
And hold it to your face, and so it looks like it's 30 feet across. And plug in your earphones and turn it up whatever you want. And
Yeah.
it sounds like the cathedral, right? So, like, I don't know, man. Like, going to the movie theater to watch a screening is getting to be a different thing now.
It is. It is. But
Oh, look who's in. Everybody, Walker Young, Animal House poster secured.
sweet.
He's just putting art up in his college room.
I
Good
mean,
job, man.
Animal House is a classic, man.
Animal House. Right? Then we saw Donald Sutherland's ass. So that was really funny. Like that's one of Walker's funniest Simpsons jokes. Yeah, do you know? You must know that, right? They're singing the Animal House song, and anyway. There's a TV edit of Animal House that I didn't know because who's gonna fucking watch Animal House on network television?
Yeah.
But Donald Sutherland, they do that whole scene with him and Karen Allen. I forget her name, the character's name. where he reaches up and you see his ass and you're like tee hee. But there's a TV edit. He just has pants on. They do the same scene. It's just like look at him. That's all I was thinking about on the way home because this is one of his favorite jokes. Anyway, when
Oh,
somebody says Animal House, I just hear him going.
I was jokingly going to say like he was thinking about Donald Sutherland's ass all the
Yes,
way home.
the Simpsons joke though. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. I don't know if you caught it, pal, but I said earlier that the sign guys need to get on and tell the Duffer story. So anytime you want to get everybody all together, just tell me and then we'll do it. It doesn't have to be for an hour. Just tell the story, and then the guys have a link to send their families. That'll be funny. All right. Back to Confess Fletch.
It'd be cool if when you're telling their story, you can find a way to rotate the camera kind of in the style of that 70s show.
No. We'll let the film school guys tell us what they want to do. Yeah. But I mean, there's like 5 of them, man. So like you would fill this whole thing up with guys going, and then best kiln reference in history. Oh, little movie called Ghost begs to differ. Although I personally agree with you. Von Leibowitz. So does
thanks, man.
I liked it, Randall. Okay, whatever. The so yeah, Animal House. Do you know this? The best kiln reference in film history?
Kiln, as in like
the pottery kiln. But in Animal House, there was a kiln explosion, man. Von Leibowitz died. You don't remember this? Oh my god!
Oh man, dude,
with your dates. It's fucking half the movie. Anyway,
I just remember John Belushi. You know, I remember
you're just not
the toga party and
are you at this point?
The lovely ladies, you know.
Randall. Anyway, I'd probably just take a screen grab of that, print it out, and magnetize it to my fridge if I was you. Walker Young is agreeing with you on something. Otis, my man. Yes, exactly. People, you're like, oh, I haven't seen Animal House in a while. Like, I probably haven't seen Animal House in 15 years. That doesn't mean I can't talk along with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Animal House. That movie's great. So what Walker's talking about is he got some 11 by 17. They're not one sheets. Lobby cards? They're not really lobby cards. I don't know. They're like 11 by 17 versions of the movie posters. So you got Naked Gun 2. You got Animal House. He started in on this a couple San Diegos ago. In his room, he's got Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh, nice.
A Rogue One thing, I forget. Warriors. And so he's kind of doing that, but college things that mean a lot to him. He's got a cool Ryan Otley Invincible poster sign that he got at the show.
Yeah.
And there's one more. What's the middle one?
I shamelessly would have put a American Pie 2 poster up.
Rewatch it, Randall. I retract my friend request. I was going to send you exactly.
No!
Until you can talk along with 3 scenes of our choosing, we can't even be friends with you. Man. That's. I'm sorry.
I just picture like the Kryptonians.
He was going to make
like guilty
for me or whatever.
Guilty, and I get put into the friend phantom zone.
No, that's too good for you. We'd like Frank Sinatra you and just take you out into the ocean and throw you into Tampa Bay.
Speaking of Phantom Zone, let's give a little nod and respect to General Zod passing away.
No. Yeah, Terrence Stamp was great. I like the Limey, but of course everybody remembers General Zod. The Limeys, that's where it's at. That movie's great. It's like the first like Vertigo movie.
Okay.
That I think it wasn't based on a Vertigo book, but like just had the exact same tone. I was like, oh, I get it. Anyway, he's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of like when he was younger. I haven't seen a lot of his films. I do remember him in a Jim Carrey movie.
Okay.
I remembered him in Yes Man.
Okay.
I just thought it was odd that he'd be in a Jim Carrey movie, but I liked it.
You know what I think is odd in a Jim Carrey movie? Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I said
Do you
that.
have a favorite Jim Carrey movie? Do you like Jim Carrey's movies?
I mean, I don't have a favorite Jim Carrey movie. I mean, I like Truman Show. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I must have seen Yes Man. He's the lawyer that always says yes to stuff, right? That's a little fluffy for me.
That's Liar Liar.
Oh, liar, liar.
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
that's a great one.
What's Yes Man then?
Yes Man is he plays this guy where basically he just doesn't do anything with his life. And a guy that he was friends with or knew, which is played by Michael Higgins.
I already won't watch this. You're not selling it. I don't. I guess I don't care about Jim Carrey movies. I
Okay.
can't think of anything. Like, I mean, I saw Man
on
on
the
the
Moon?
Moon, and like, I get it. He's not one of my guys. He doesn't make movies that I give any kind of shit about.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
I get what they're doing. I don't know. I have such a weird thing for a pop culture guy. Like, everybody thinks I like nerd stuff, and I kind of don't. I just like action adventure movies, and then so a lot of nerd stuff is action adventure.
So would you say you're like very picky about the comedic films that you like to watch?
I watch comedy movies to learn something, right? That's a form of storytelling I really enjoy and I want to get better at. So
Okay.
I consider myself like I'm more like I'll watch a comedy and see what's working, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, those big dumb Roland Emmerich movies and the big dumb Michael Bay movies. It's like that's why I go to see movies because that's big dumb crazy shit you don't see in the real world.
Yeah.
You know? So like Jim Carrey, like just being like the cable guy, it's like, he was like The Mask is a perfect example. I think every Jim Carrey movie is a version of The Mask. He's
Okay.
just doing this wild cartoonish take on shit. You know who I like who does the same thing but is more my speed is Sam Rockwell, right?
Sure.
You
Sure.
could swap him in any Jim Carrey movie and he would crush it, but it's because he's not The Mask. He's more like, Race Bannon and Speed Racer. Like he's
Yeah.
still doing a cartoon thing, but it's more, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I never really thought about it because I don't really think about Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah. I couldn't help
But
but
apparently I instantly want to recast him with Sam Rockwell. So
yeah. Oh no, look, I love Sam. I'm trying to, you know what? Maybe it was Galaxy Quest. Maybe that was the movie I started to become a fan of his acting because
Sam Rockwell.
yeah. And he always
Here's
would.
something awesome. He was named after a friend of mine. Like
Oh, really?
this character Guy, he was actually named after this background Star Trek Next Generation guy named Guy Vardaman, who was
Nice.
Brent Spiner's lighting double and photo stand-in. So like whenever you see the back of Laura's head, like talking to Data, like that's Guy Vardaman. And
Oh,
so
cool.
I don't know how those guys in their research or if somebody, but they like said like, oh no, there's a background actor in Star Trek Next Generation named Guy Vardaman. We just lifted his name because he's always in stuff because that's his job to sit there and like,
Stand in.
be a stand-in. But so when they're shooting the thing, they're just like, okay, there's Data, and then there's the guy standing behind him, or like you're already doing this light in at the bridge thing, but we're shooting something in the hallway, already in gear, just walk by,
Yeah.
And so he's in like the first 3 seasons of Next Gen, like a lot.
Okay.
And they brought him back for the last one because they filmed some scenes with Tasha Yar that take place. She takes Picard to take command of the Enterprise right before Encounter at Farthest Point. So it makes sense that Guy would be there because he was in the first 3 seasons. So they brought him back for the last episode. Isn't that fucking great?
That is very cool.
And they named Sam Rockwell's character in Galaxy Quest after him. So I think that's cool. And that's documented. That's just not some friend of mine saying some dumb shit to me.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's legit. He has one of the best stories in True Facts. That, and I say this all the time, that he was a background Klingon in Star Trek 6, I think, and so everybody goes, "Oh my god, that must be so fucking cool." And his answer just is, I say all the time now, because his answer was like, "Well, wait a second, it was not a cool thing to do at all. Like, I have this rubber glued to my head for 14 hours and standing under hot lights, and it's just they cut a little hole in it at the end to take the mask off because they drain a quart of your sweat into these little used ricotta cheese cups, and like it's fucking terrible, but it was a cool thing to have done because
Yeah.
I get to talk about this forever now. It was fucking awesome, but actually doing it, and I was like, that's how I feel about cutting granite. You know, like it was a drag, except when I look back on it, like I learned a lot. I made a ton of money. I like it was a cool thing to have done,
Yeah.
you know, and it
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of impacts my life going forward in a weird way. That was just like a snapshot of my entire life. And so, yeah, that's how I feel about Jim Carrey movies. You know, I tied it all together. Star Trek's horrible now. Alien Earth is fucking great. I love Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Are you watching Peacemaker?
I'm watching. Well, you know, it's funny. I was watching the second episode, and I don't know why. I just had trouble finishing that episode. I
It's
still have, I think, like 10 minutes to go to finish that second
vitamin
episode.
E, man. That's or eat some oysters or something.
Yeah. Oh, no seafood. I hate seafood.
What?
I
You
can't do
never
it.
come to San Francisco. You live in Florida and you don't eat sturgeon.
No, no. You know what it is? My mom, who I live with, probably ruins seafood for me. Like the smell of it. Smell of it would be so horrible. I would remember coming home from school. I'd get to the front door. I'm not inside the house yet. I'd get to the front door. I could smell the fish, and I was just like, "Oh God, no!" You know. So immediately, I'm doing the whole okay, breathe, time it just right, unlock the door, hold the breath, and immediately get into the room
Yeah,
and
you
the
aren't
house.
making any friends with the old guys here tonight, man.
No, I know. I'm a rebel, you know. So
Sorry. So your mom.
yeah, no, just the way she cooks it, you know. It's like because I've had friends of mine who like they're like, dude, man, you just haven't had the right type of seafood. I had friends that boast like, you know, like I cook really great seafood. You should try it one day. And I was like, okay, I'm down for it. They never did it. So like,
That's funny.
it's
Can I
like
tell
so.
you this one funny thing? Robin Williams was a customer at Comics Experience, so I'd see him every once in a while.
Oh, sweet.
And and I would always say to people when they paid with credit card, I go, "Hey, throw your autograph on the end of that." I never said it to Robin because I just didn't want to freak him out, right?
Yeah.
And so, what reminded me about this is you were talking about your mom fucking up seafood for you because some customer came in and it was like, "Oh my god, it's fucking Robin Williams," and it was not being cool.
Yeah.
And so I looked at him and I was like, you know, the universal, like, I can take care of this for you.
Yeah.
And he just goes, he goes, "Hey man, do you want an autograph?" And the guy's like, "Oh my god!" And Robin Williams wrote, "Hey man, if it's not one thing, it's your mother." And I thought that was the coolest ass shit ever. And so when you were saying your mother ruined seafood for you, I just thought I flashed on that. I was like, "Oh yeah, Robin Williams wants me to tell you this story, man. If it's
That's
not one
awesome.
thing, it's your mother."
I love Robin. I mean, who doesn't love Robin? You know, Robin's just
Yeah,
should be universally loved.
he's a pretty cool guy.
I had
Anyway,
a
can I tell you? Yeah, I sold him his first Transmetropolitan #1. He was a giant fan of that, and
oh, nice.
he bought the first Astronauts in Trouble Live from the Moon and my T-shirt from me, and he asked
So
me to
cool.
autograph it, so I signed it.
Ah, dude, you see, you keep telling me, you keep telling me
And I had some
stories
fun
that
when I was a kid,
come
man.
out
What are
of
you gonna do?
nowhere. You know, I'm like, this is so great. I love hearing this. I swear, you probably have like a book full of stories, and you're just like, maybe I'll pull this from the page and let
I
Randall
mean,
know
that's
on
just
it.
when you get to be old, man. You just live some life, right?
Yeah,
But that's what Mimi says. I kind of every once in a while I feel bad. I was like, yeah, Randall and I just basically use this excuse of him not just being younger than me for me to go, oh, you haven't seen this movie? Come on, let's fucking talk about it. Which we do for 20 minutes and then talk about other crazy random shit. And it's so fun. And so this is my book, man, of telling stories. It's like you
Yes.
just make me think of weird shit that's happened to me that I haven't used in a comic book story yet or told in some article. So
the DORK COURT memoirs.
I know I told Robin, one of the Robin Williams stories I have when he died, because that guy was just fucking cool. He was a good guy.
Oh, totally, man. Totally.
What are you gonna do?
A guy that I became Facebook friends with, because like my friends are in the comedy scene, and oh, here we go. My one encounter with Ron was
nice. So it's just funny because Sagasag is a giant gamer, and there's a game store that's like 2 stores away from Comics Experience. So it's so funny that I had to meet Chris on the internet, but we just ran in the same places and know all the same people. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, my favorite thing is his friend Wendy Lee was like trying to correct me about, because he really pronounced his name Seguisig. I think I got that right.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
And she's like, yeah, you're saying it wrong. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You're saying it wrong.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? No, I know that's how you say it. I'm like, no, it's this in joke that we have. Like Chris didn't tell us how to say his name. So
but Sagasag is catchy.
Well, that's why I say it, right? Yeah. It's just a little nickname. And then I have a fun story with Wendy, and then she comes over at San Diego and we talk about Star Trek. It's fun.
In fact, now that I think about it, Sagasag sounds like a character that would be friends with Fletch, right? Fletch walking in and be like, hey, Sagasag, what's going on?
Exactly. And for exactly the same reason. And he would be played by Chris, because we would have him. Chris is a Fletch character.
Yeah.
He would totally run into him because he has to do some legal thing downtown in San Francisco at the City Hall or wherever Chris works. And Chris is basically Boimler, which I love, except for all of the legal stuff that happens in the state of fucking California. He's the guy underneath with all the wires and the computers, and he's just like, fucking leave me alone, man. Like, and they're like, Chris, what do you need? Like a magic 8-ball, one of the like porgs from your desk? He's like, I got this. It's really funny. Look, and he's not saying no. Anyway, all right, it's about an hour. I gotta have some dinner, man.
So what's the next movie?
Do you want to do Apocalypse Now? I'll fucking do it. It's gonna be heavy.
It's gonna be heavy. Yep.
I don't know. Did we talk about anything that was kind of funny, or?
Let me see real quick.
I kind of wonder, like
I
know. So let me tell you a quick thing about Apocalypse Now. It's my father-in-law's favorite movie, and he was trying to get Walker to watch it, and Walker is just telling him all the beats of it. And he goes, I thought you hadn't seen the film. He goes, no, they make fun of it all the time in The Simpsons and Family Guy and all this comedy that I watch. And so his own grandfather was like, yeah, you won't like it, because all the characters and situations, in a comedic satirical thing, and you'll just take it funny, and that's not a like movie to laugh at. So, right. Given that, have you seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Wait, that's the Stanley Kubrick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen most of it.
Most of it. All right. Do the theatrical version of that. Yeah.
Theatrical?
Phil is trying to tell us that don't watch the fucking 17-hour long one. Watch the theatrical release, and that's cool. That's good. But that even addresses my point about like this the theatrical version everybody knows. Oh, look, there's Charlie Sheen's dad getting drunk on his birthday and punching a mirror.
I loved you in Wall Street.
Right, there's all that. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and I don't know. Nothing funny you want to watch, huh? What's one of the things you keep telling me? What's a streamer you have? Just tell me again. I'll keep track of this eventually.
So I'm just buying a bunch of movies, and it's on my Fandango. So like that's like what's
the last couple of things you got that you haven't seen yet?
Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pull up my list.
I love this.
Library.
Phil is like, yeah, he's like telling us like what version of Apocalypse Now to watch, and I'm like, I kind of don't want to. Maybe later when Randall can stick to it, because once I do Apocalypse Now, I'm gonna want to do the whole movie. I'm not gonna want to. Oh, here's some charming story about a broken stoplight that reminds me of Diamond's shipping problems, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, no, the horror. The horror, and I will spend 20 minutes talking about how that's Lawrence Fishburne's first movie, and he's 16 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, he lied to get in, and once they find out, they're like,
Whatever.
okay, that's cool. You're here. What the fuck ever.
Did you say comedy movies?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, whatever. Yeah,
The Pink Panther, the original one.
okay.
Would you be
Never
down to watch
seen
that?
No,
No,
it's just I can't believe you've never seen that. That's all.
No, I've never seen the original Pink Panther.
I mean, I'll watch that.
Sweet.
I'll be like, how have you the whole time? I'm like, how have you not seen this?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the Steve
All right,
Martin
the Peter
one.
Sellers Pink Panther.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Let's do that.
Sweet.
All right, next Tuesday, Pink Panther. Dun, 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 dun. Fred Forrest is great as Chef. Yes. He's also played Hondo in SWAT, which is how I knew him.
Hondo and SWAT.
Yes, the real SWAT, not whatever modern bullshit is going on now.
Look, I really enjoyed the Sam Jackson movie, SWAT.
Awesome. Great. I got to go. I'm losing my voice. I got to eat something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow's New Comics Day, so get some sleep, man.
Confess, Fletch. What took me so long?
All right. End story.